Well, good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Elizabeth Dinh.
I'm Wayne Garcia. The 4th of July now just 2 days away, and while many of us prepare for barbecues and fireworks, there are also many people in our community who struggle with this holiday.
Fox 12's Audrey Wheel spoke to a combat veteran tonight. She's live from the Portland waterfront with what he wants people to know, especially this time of year. Audrey?
Yeah, well, you guys, this will be a popular spot Thursday night for that big fireworks show happening on the water here. And you might think that events like this would be troublesome for combat veterans like Ian Newland. But really, he says it's what people do at home that has the biggest impact.
I joined up right after 9/11.
These are pictures of Ian Newland during his first tour in Iraq.
They put me right in the front lines, and I ended up serving 38 months overseas.
He went through a lot during his time in the Army. He has the Purple Heart to prove it.
2006, I was severely wounded by an enemy hand grenade.
And even now, all these years later,
It never gets easier.
he still has to be mindful of anything that can take him right back to that moment.
A pop, a crack, a snap, a firework can sound a lot like a gunshot or an IED, or in my situation, a hand grenade.
He's one of so many veterans impacted by fireworks this time of year. The executive director of the Returning Veterans Project says that's why in all the fun, it's important to also be mindful.
It's just one other way to be sensitive to what, they've sacrificed for us.
She recommends using sparklers or other fireworks that aren't as noisy. Keep it legal and be aware of when you're shooting off fireworks. Newland tells us it's much easier for him when he can plan for them versus when he's caught off guard.
I hear firework go off, and it's a random Monday, and I just got home from school or work, and it doesn't sound like a firework to me because I'm not expecting it. It's not supposed to be the 4th of July yet. It was the 1st of July. So when I hear that, my heart rate goes up, I start to sweat.
He says he loves celebrating America's independence.
I'm very proud of my service. I'm very proud of my country.
He just wants folks to keep these things in mind so that everyone can have a good time. And Newland says some of his best advice is get to know your neighbors, know what their needs are so that you can be sensitive to them. Live in Portland, Audrey Wheel, Fox 12 Oregon.